Kia ora, Year 13 and 12. This is the second video on how to use the factor theorem to help us solve polynomials like this one. So this is going to be another cubic. This time x cubed plus 3x squared minus 10x minus 24. So it's like the problems in New Delta 1203, but it's my own example. So what we've got to look for is when we evaluate some number in here, we want to find that it equals 0. Because the factor theorem tells me that if p of a equals 0, then that implies that x minus a is a factor. Okay, so we'll start by looking at p of 1. We're thinking about all of the things that are whole number factors of 24, and sadly there are quite a lot of them. So we'll start with 1, and we get 1 plus 3 minus 10 minus 24, which doesn't equal 0, so x minus 1 is not a factor. P of negative 1 is negative 1 plus 3 plus 10, so it's not looking good, minus 24, that's not equal to 0. So I'm really hoping that 2 will work. And we get 8 plus 3 fours are 12 minus 20. So that looks good, but then I've got minus 24, so that doesn't work either. Let's try p of negative 2. Right, well we've got negative 8 plus 12 plus 20 minus 24. Right, so here we've got 4 and 20 minus 24, so that equals 0. So finally we've found a factor. I'll go on to a new slide. Right, well we're trying to factorise x cubed plus 3x squared minus 10x minus 24. We've just figured out that x plus 2 is going to work. Right, and we know that by the factor theorem. Now we don't strictly have to say that if we were just asked to factorise, but that is how we know that. We're going to match up the coefficients. So we're going to have a something, and a something. This whole thing is going to be a quadratic. And we're going to look first at this and this. So the first term will have to be an x squared. And the last term will have to be take away 12. Now let's fill in the gaps. If I start expanding, I'm going to get plus 2x squared here. I need to get plus 3x squared. So, if I need to get one more, this will be plus x. So let's check and see if that works. Well, we've got x cubed plus 2x squared plus x squared. Let's see. Plus x squared, where am I? Plus 2x. So we've done this times this, this times this, this times this, this times this, and now I've got minus 12x minus 24. And look at that, I've got my 2x minus my 12x, matching up to that. So that's good. Now I just have to factorise that. I've got x plus 2, pop down your brackets, x here, plus x minus 12, so it'll be plus 4 and minus 3. So there you go. Now if you were asked to solve that equation, if you were asked to solve the following equation, instead of just factorise it, you'd use the same method. And your three solutions or roots would be x equals negative 2, x equals negative 4, and x equals 3. Okay, thanks for watching. Go and try numbers 4 to 10 in the Delta textbook now.